Hello, welcome to Loving Me, Myself, and Life with me, Jody Misiak. And today I'm going to let you in on a little secret, something I don't really like admitting, but here it is. I feel like we're friends and hopefully you've been listening for a while. So I'm going to let you in on this little secret. There are times where I don't enjoy life. Yep, you heard that right. I share about taking care of yourself and, self-love journey. And there are times that I forget. And I even just mentioned this in a few episodes ago. I don't always enjoy life. So I can get so busy doing that I forget to enjoy life. Now, this is an old habit of mine. I've spent a good chunk of my life doing where I'm always just focused on my to-do list or focused on like the end game. And then the end game happens and it's like, oh, what's next? What's the next end game? And like I said about self-love and even life in general and even happiness, it's all about a journey. It's not about getting to an end. It's about enjoying every moment. And I sometimes forget. So it's like, even like before the holidays, it's, having these moments of like, oh, I need to get this done. I need to get this done. I need to get this done. And it's like, oh, check off my head, like, a mini joy of like checking something off my list or, oh, I've accomplished everything off my list. And then I am so fortunate to have two adorable, caring, loving children to help me bring it back in to enjoy the moments. It's like, right, this moment is happening right now. It's not on my to-do list. It's happening right now. The moment is here and it's about enjoying it. So yes, I'm very much about, I have a list and always have a list because I actually accomplish more and stay more focused when I do have a list. If I don't, then I can veg out on TV all day, all honesty. But if it's like, okay, I have a few things. I've gotten better too, where I try not to take on as, like, some of my list would be like for one day would be enough for like 10 people to do in one day or like enough for a whole week to do. So I've gotten better at that. However, I do need the reminder from time to time to enjoy the moment. Life is about the moments that we, are in. Yes, we can still create fun things, we can do other things. We do want to accomplish things in our life and, do things. But it's taking those moments to enjoy them. We can enjoy those accomplishments as they go. We don't have to, rush to the next thing or, make it this never-ending to-do list game where it's like, oh, I got it done for today. And it's like, what's on to the next one? So if you're a doer like I am, where you're constantly doing, hopefully you'll take a moment today to just enjoy a moment or two. Look out the window. Hopefully you'll have a view if you're in the city, maybe go out to a park if you can, or even just go inward, like journal, whatever it may be. But take those moments if you can and just be. I even take moments where, my kids will be going crazy and I will just sit there and just take it in where I'm just like, yes, this can be stressful, but I am so grateful for them in my life and their amazingness and just like in awe of them and who they're becoming. I just take that in. However, I do need to remind myself of that. So again, if you're a doer, maybe you need to put on your to-do list to take time for you. I think I might have shared it here before, but I actually was such a do that I actually forgot what fun looked like. I have 3 other siblings and I'm the oldest and there's a 9.5-year difference between my brother and I. So I grew up where both my parents worked outside the home full time and they worked like a half hour to 45 minutes away from our house in the opposite direction of school too. So like they were in a different township and things where they worked. So I actually took on a lot of responsibilities. A lot of the time I was making supper, I was babysitting, and I was doing all this stuff. I had a lot of adult hats on, and I didn't even realize it. Like I just did it. But there's a lot of time where, I didn't put my fun first, I did all these other things. I even remember I'd call my mom most days and be like, hey, what do you want me to make for supper? Like, I had to be the meal planner and the organizer and things like that. So in my childhood, I realized that like I didn't always focus on fun. I focused on responsibility. And that's where a lot of it came from. So it's not about being frustrated or upset about it. I really let that all go, but it's understanding where I came from so then I can let that go now. And just be like, whoa, like, I put on adult hats really early on, 9.5 years old. And I, helped take care of my brother and then my two sisters as well. So I sometimes can forget to have fun and enjoy those moments. And it's about realizing that, right? Like, so it took me some years. So what I was getting at is that kind of went on the long way. So you can understand, I, for years, didn't have fun. Like I felt really, really tight buttoned, like, oh, I can't have fun. Like, and it took me a while to loosen up and let it go to the point where I actually used to create what was called family or Friday fun days. I had to schedule in fun because I didn't know how to put fun in every day. I didn't know how to have fun. I had to force it, honestly. The whole fake it till you make it, I kind of had to do that with fun, in all honesty. It was just something where I'm like, I want to have fun. I want to be fun. Like a part of me deep down inside wanted to let that little girl out that missed out on some of those moments as a kid. And I finally found a way to do it. I scheduled it because, like I said, I'm a planner. It kind of happens that way. Like I don't always organize my spaces, but I'm very much, like to-do lists, organize things and plan things as well. So I had to put it in Friday Fun Day. And I think that happened for maybe a year. I'd have to look at old daytimers now, but I would schedule it in. So like Friday, I would, wouldn't focus too much on work or doing cleaning around the house. Like it was just, my focus was on fun that day. That was the only thing on my to-do list, focus on fun. And now I get to bring fun in every day. Some points, I think I drive my kids crazy because I'm like, wow, like I'm so silly that they're like, oh, mommy, you're so silly, or you're just teasing. But I bring that into every day now because I don't need it on a to-do list or need it in a calendar, but I did need to start there. So for you, maybe listening, maybe you don't need to have it for fun or to have it even to enjoy the moment. Maybe it's something else. When we make it a priority, then it really does shine through every day. Like brushing our teeth. Who thinks about brushing their teeth? Like I barely think about it before I'm doing it. It just happens. Like I wake up in the morning and I brush my teeth. It's just part of my routine. That can be even said for enjoying your day or having fun. Or even like other habits that maybe you want to do, like yoga, meditation. I'm still working on making those just a habit where I wake up and that's what I do. Kids sometimes take priority with some of those things, but I never don't brush my teeth in the morning. And we can do that for anything else we want in life. As long as it's about being consistent. And if you're like me and you like to-do lists, then make it on your to-do list. Honestly, on my to-do, I only put it there because my son sees me making a list and he's like, oh, our cuddle's on there. So, because him and I cuddle every morning while I enjoy a cup of coffee. So, I put it on there just because he asked me to. I obviously don't need to have that on my list, just like I don't need to put brushing my teeth on my to-do list. It just happens. However, for him, I will make sure he knows he's a priority and he's on the top of my to-do list and I cuddle him and with my coffee. So it's those moments that we sometimes maybe have to step back, think about what we want to focus on. And maybe you're just on go, 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 like I have been, and you just need that little reminder to enjoy the moments because life is about enjoying them. There's no point in, busting your butt working or cleaning a house or doing all this stuff if you're not going to enjoy your loved ones, nature if you're surrounded by it, just different moments, family, yourself. There's no point busting your butt if you're not going to enjoy some moments in there too. So take some time, because that cleaning, that can wait. That was one of the biggest things I've learned as a parent, especially my kids are at an age where they really it's a constant mess, right? Like I am a mom that I will let my kids go like they can get muddy as they want. In December, we, like I've mentioned before, we live like really close to beaches now, and my son was at a Tails and Trails program, and afterwards he met another child that was definitely another water baby, and they were running through the ocean. I let it happen because I want them to figure it out. If he got cold, I obviously, change him instantly. And luckily I had blankets in the car so we could, strip him down and get him warm. I also wasn't concerned because we were 10 minutes away from home. But I let my kids be kids and get dirty and messy and wet. And obviously that means our house is also going to get dirty, messy, and wet. So it's letting those little things go so I can enjoy more moments in my life. That was a big moment for me. I remember when my daughter was born and I had to have the house spectacular. She's a newborn. I was like, oh, my in-laws were coming over. It's I need to clean everything. And even my mom, when she would come over, I needed to clean everything. And that fell to the wayside pretty early. It also helped that I was in the middle of becoming an empowerment coach. I was in my studies. I was about halfway through, maybe not quite halfway through. But I was there and I was working on myself, and I realized, you know what? That's not needed right now. That I need to be with my baby, and I need to take care of me and feed me. And it was a really good moment there. And it really changed me, on so many levels. But, it's important to let certain things go so you can enjoy the moments that are happening in front of you. I'm not saying you have to never vacuum your house or, clean or whatever. If there's, if you can do it, I encourage a cleaning person. We still haven't got on that wagon yet, but someday maybe. But it's letting things go. It's okay. One of the biggest things is well, that dust, if I dust it today, it's going to be back to less than a week anyways. It's I can dust it tomorrow. It doesn't have to be right now. I can enjoy these moments. So some of those things that might be on your to-do list can wait a little longer as you enjoy life and the moments that are happening right here, right now. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now.